really hot. It's gone down. As a pasteurisation, 73 degrees C. Coming into here about 31.5 degrees C, which is ideal temperature for your bacteria to grow and for your rennet to settle in. That's 750 gallon. 3 vats. Rennet doesn't know. Starter first. Yeah. Basically, you've got to start a bacteria, which is like a yogurt. I can show you that.
Is that what Mary has some at home?
That's your starter.
Is that what you got us to taste? Yeah. Show it.
Sour yogurt. Yeah, it's nice of you. Nice of you sweet. That's your starter bacteria, and that's what starts to on your milk and turns your lactose into lactic acid. So it feeds on the lactose in the milk, and without your bacteria working away, your cheese just wouldn't make it. Basically, these have been tomorrow's starters.
Right, okay.
So we boil the milk up to sterilise it, and then we inoculate it with a small amount of the starter bacteria into each churn. And then we leave it in, put it in an oven overnight at 26 degrees C. And your bacteria will work in your milk, and that'll be like a yogurt in the morning, and that's your starter.
So how much did you say the ratio to starter to?
1.25% starter. We can vary that, and we can vary the ripening, what we call ripening time, how long that starter sits in the vat before we add the rennet. We put up the cheese on speed on how long it takes to make from when your rennet's added, when you mill it. We'd say 4.5 hour cheese or 5 hour cheese. So it's getting too fast or too slow, I can always limit the starter up or down. All the ripening time is short to more dominant. This could be a bit of control over the other.
How many of them did you get? How many girls did you get?
Oh, I don't know about this size. There's 750 gallons in here. That would give us about 27 kilo tails. By the time you add your rennet sets into a junket. Once the junket's set, we change one of these paddles to just stir the milk with the cutting knife that's on the window there. And that cuts the curd down. You cut it down to about fingernail size. You'll be able to see all that flavor.
And how much rennet goes into it?
Not a lot. We use a pound of rennet, not a liquid rennet, and it's only 13 grams per 100 gallons of milk, so about 90 grams on set the whole of this vat. And you just rehydrate it in water and then add it. That's a really important. As soon as you add your rennet, you've got no more than 5 minutes ready to stir it in.
Right, okay.
If you overstir the vat, it's ruined. There's nothing you can do about it. Because your rennet's starting to try and bond it together as soon as it's in there.
Yeah.
So you want to stir it to sort of mix it around. If you keep stirring it, it's trying to set and you're breaking it up. And you wouldn't believe it, but you just went 3 or 4 minutes over your time on that, you can just ruin the vat. We put the starter in for about 15-20 minutes right at the time, and the rennet's added, and that takes about 40-50 minutes to set the curd.
goes on. This is before. So starter's gone in. Then the rennet will go in.
Yeah, like I said, you've got nice warm milk.
Yeah.
Start the bacteria to start working in. So that's got 20 minutes to start working in the milk.
Fantastic.
Some places measure pH in cheese making. We don't touch pH at all. It's all lactic acid. We measure titratable acidity. Titratable acidity tells you how your start's behaving. And purely on that, we don't use pH at all. Separates out in the fridge. We didn't have to take that before we started. You'd have all the fats in the last vat and none of the fats in the first. They would make completely different.
And how does that work? Is that just like
it's just like an impeller in the milk tank.
Yeah.
And it just stirs it up. It's on a timer, so it comes on before we come in.
Yeah.
It's very important to agitate. It's not important if it's one vat. All the milk goes in there.
Yeah.
If it's more than one vat, you have to agitate the milk. How different they come out if you did. I consider soft cheeses to be more dangerous cheeses because they're lower scald temperature and there's more things that go on with soft cheese. Yeah, really nice, but cheddar butts. We had benzoate in as a preservative. And the supermarkets don't want any product with benzoate, but benzoate is naturally in the product.
Yeah.
So to say you've got to use a rennet that hasn't got benzoate in it's pretty. So
The end product is pretty much the same whether it's
yeah. Yeah, well, I said 12.
Some using a different word.
Yeah. Well, I said it's just that's got preservative. The powder form hasn't got preservative. I actually find it a lot easier to use in the liquid. Yeah, you just measure it out and off you go. But the liquid we had 25 litre drums. It took a lot of storage. I get them 500 gram tons of powdered rennet and it just rehydrated before we use it. It works very well. Down there, started off with that and then came a spot loading as well.
So what temperature is that going to be at?
31.5 degrees C. What you're looking at there, within a point or two either way. The softer the cheese, the lower the scald temperature. The higher the scald, the harder the cheese. It's your scald at the half of the curve. We do quite a high scald here, which is 41.5 degrees C. I'm just going to test the acidity now.
Oh, right,
You can,
okay.
if you want to film and actually do that, you can go over any time. He'll be doing it throughout the making.
I've come to have a look at what you're up to.
Testing the acidity of the milk.
Yeah.
So I put the starter in and it's actually, the bacteria actually starts working, juice acid.
And what sort of level, is it pH levels that you're looking at or?
Acidity.
Yeah.
And your temperature of your milk coming in. Then the 734 is how many gallons are in the vat. Your starter on that first one there,
Yeah.
your starter was put in at 625. Your rennet will go in at 645. 735 is the approximate time it will cut.
That's your cutter. Cutter or slicer?
Yeah, cutting knives. You wouldn't want to be changing those once it's set.
Yeah.
So he changes it now, so when it's ready to cut, he'll just turn the paddle. Eh?
These ones pressing.
In the press, yeah.
So that's 3 days of cheese there. You said it was 3 days.
Yep. The wash ones are in there. So wash all of those cheese in there. The greasy ones in there. The ones on the outside will be bumped out. So you'll see it bumping down.
These are just your basic pots.
Cheese moulds.
You say pots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some places will have plastic mould, but they tend to deform when there's 90 pound per square inch pressure on these.
Yeah.
So
I used to see the plastic ones with a tiny little grid at the bottom. That's not what you see.
no, they're just stainless steel mould. They've just got a few holes for your whey to come out. That's it. But it's still not. It's nowhere near setting up to what I would want.
Yeah.
When it's set ready to cut, when I pull my finger up through there, you'd want that to ping open.
Yeah.
Ping open, it's ready, it's set, and then I'll cut it. But you can see how it is set, and it's still very fragile at this point. You can do damage it quite easily at this point. So it's a little bit weird, still not quite there yet.
So you want that to literally just...
You really want it to ping over rather than just peel over. It's not far off it now. Nice clean plate, but still not quite there yet. Again, that's something we need to, the old days they used to just cut in time.
Yeah.
50 minutes is up cutting. And we'll probably cut this at least 5 minutes earlier. So, don't cut the time, we cut when the dirt tells us it's ready to cut. Get that, quite important that first cut. Third cut, that'll be the third and final cut. I'll get it down to the size we want. Like I said, it's still really very delicate. I think it's smashed out the pieces quite easily. You've just got to treat it with a bit of care at this stage. It's the heating up and the cooking that will strengthen that curve and make it solid.
Yeah. Cut now, we'll cut it down to about fingernail size on this one. And you literally just go up and down, you don't go any longer than that when you're cutting it?
This will just keep going now, up and down, until it gets to the size we want. The initial couple of cuts are 1 or 2 cuts up and down, just to be a bit gentler on the curve.
Yeah.
a bit gently. You can damage the curd so easily. I got that from an American farmstead cheese book. They said when you cut, let it heal, and you cut it again. It's basically just to let that cut heal a little bit before you cut it again. 195 when you run it in. As the milk sets to a junket, you're going from measuring the acidity of the milk to measuring the acidity of the whey, because the cheese has been turned into a solid. So the acidity initially dives down to about 0.12. From then on, throughout the make, when you're measuring the whey all the time, the acidity will gradually climb again. People can't seem to understand that, going from you're measuring the liquid milk, and suddenly you're measuring the whey, which is the byproduct of the solid. So you get that initial dive in acidity. And all the way through the rest, it should increase all the way through the make now. If it doesn't,
Got a problem.
we've got a slight problem. It's all about trying to control how fast the acidity grows then. But you do a lot of that initially by how much starter you're putting in.
So it's just keeping it moving now. Is that the whole?
It's actually started to cook it now.
Okay, brilliant.
So you've got steam, the twin skin, so you've got steam going in the jacket, heat your cheese, and you cook it slowly over an hour. Up to 41.5 degrees C. That will firm up your curd, but you've got to do it slowly over an hour. If you just suddenly cook it up to 41, you can seal all the moisture in the curd. So again, it's done slowly over an hour. And then once you reach your temperature, it sits there for another hour just stirring on. And you'll see, you have a feel of how soft that is now. You'll see later on how firm it gets once it's cooked.
Yeah.
But it is so fragile, my goodness.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised how firm that gets later on. So if you overscald, you can give yourself problems. But other than that, at a high scald, just checking the acidity. If it wasn't moving, you wouldn't go to that high scald, you'd stop the scald there. If it's fine, then you go to your normal scald and see what happens. The next stage you'll check it at the end of the scald, you'll check it just before you pitch it down the bottom. And again, if you're not happy with the acidity, you'll hold it up here, or if the acidity's going on too quick, you'll pitch it early, get the way off it.
That's a bit harder than Quicke's cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's got another 40 odd minutes here before it pitches.
And what temperature is this at roughly?
So roughly 41.5 degrees C. Roughly. That's all I thought without salt. I wouldn't eat it. You can, there's no flavour to it.
Can you see some?
Huh? Yeah.
Not taste it.
It does taste
Scrambled egg with no flavour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of got that consistency, hasn't it?
So that's broken dry down now.
Yeah, I had it's shrunk, the heat shrinks it, it firms it up, and like I said, it'll stir on it, it'll be even firmer by the time it pitches down there. There's still a lot of heat in it.
And what temperature is that right now?
Yeah, even if it finishes gold 41.5, and it'll pretty much stay, it won't drop a lot in the time it's sat here for another hour. Because there was quite a lot of background heat in that, it will stay at that temperature until you cook it. It sits here for an hour. Then it pitches down to the coolers. Yeah, as soon as you're happy with it, as soon as you've got the acidity of about 0.19, it'll pitch down to the coolers. Again, that's variable. You'll check it before it's due to pitch, and then if you need to lift it early,